One reason I always have electricity with me is you never know when you're going to need it. My battery is dead, and can't get the dump trailer down until the battery is charged up. And I do always keep this battery charger with me, and you see that we're charging using this to power this to charge this old battery so I can get the dump trailer down. Probably give it 20-30 minutes and I'll be able to lower the dump trailer and keep on moving. Welcome back, everybody. Got a great informative video for you today. As you know, I run a business, a mobile business. Since the beginning, I've always had a way to get electricity into my truck. About 12 years ago, I mounted this power inverter underneath the seat of my truck. And it worked pretty well for charging up tool batteries and charging up my laptop while I was on the go, like driving around. But as soon as I stopped and turned the car off, the alternator was no longer charging the battery. And if I was still using this, it would just suck the life out of the starting battery. Fast forward to present time, you've seen me use many different battery banks. For the last year, I've kept the Anker SOLIX C2000 in the bed of my pickup truck, and it's worked great. Well, Anker just came out with the C2000 Gen 2, and it's got double the capacity, but not double the size. It's pretty convenient where you don't have a lot of extra room in your pickup truck or your car or your van, to power all your devices on the road. So you've seen me back here many times before in the bed of my truck. I have the Go Fast camper. I also do quite a bit of work out of here. I've got my walkie-talkies charging up. I just ran my air compressor that I've got mounted up front here. That's a 120 volt air compressor. I do a ton of off-roading, and it's always good to have air. I air down my tires a lot because this is a heavy-duty truck. And when I'm on the highway, I've got a lot of air pressure, but once you go off-road, you let your air down. The big tires on this truck require a lot of air to get pumped back up. So having quality air is essential. Now right up here, I have a C1000. We're getting into the winter months where you have a lot less solar energy coming in. So having some extra storage capacity for your electricity can keep you powered up for a longer period of time. I'm just going to tell you a little bit about the C2000 Gen 2, show you how I use it. If you've got questions, please let me know in the comments below. Also, tell me, how are you powering all your devices when you're away from your house? Like, I don't know, maybe you guys do some camping like I do. I'm always off the grid, away from cell service, away from electricity, and I've always got one of these with me. Just started carrying the C2000. A lot of our modern pickup trucks have a power inverter built into it. My truck's got a very low output receptacle in the bed of the truck. It caps out at 400 watts. This here has a running capacity of 2,400 watts with a peak discharge of 4,000 watts. This here is the new equalizer. Piece of cake. Now we need to cut something. That's a lot compared to what comes with most pickup trucks. I think there's a couple trucks out there that have something in the 2,000 watt range, but your truck's got to be running in order to get that electricity out of your truck. You find yourself in a situation where the 2,048 watt hour storage capacity isn't enough. You can expand this with extra batteries up to 4,000 kilowatt hours of battery storage. So this is just another example of a practical application. This little box here can power a 12,000 BTU. Is this 12,000? Yeah, this is a 12,000 BTU window unit air conditioner. Let's see here. Oh, the compressor just kicked on, cranking out some cool air. Now this is an inverter style air conditioner, not your typical old school window unit. We're only using around 300 watts. We could run this for 5 hours. Now if you've got a couple hundred watts of solar plugged into this, you could have basically air conditioning all day long with just this device. I've got 8 kilowatt battery storage in my camper. I don't think I've ever gone below like 60% battery. So you could theoretically run a camper for at least a week without having solar charging off of 4 kilowatt hours, if you were conservative. Most people, if they've got that much battery, they've got solar to go into it. The C2000 Gen 2 can have 800 watts of solar going in. Now, if you really want to charge this thing fast, you can get the whole thing charged up in 58 minutes by maxing out the solar and plugging this into the wall at the same time. That's 2 sources of charging, getting this baby ready to go in 58 minutes. So you're probably thinking, I've seen this guy do these tests before, and he used to call the table saw the equalizer. Well, that is usually in a different class of battery, which are much larger. So the F3000 is more the type of battery with the capability to run this table saw. But we're gonna give it a shot. See if the C2000 can turn it on. Will this exceed that 4,000 watt peak? Hey, for the record, I did not know that it was going to work. It didn't even bog down. Never have I tested a battery in this class, meaning this size, this capacity, that has that high peak that can handle a motor surge. So I guess we gotta find a piece of wood to cut. Turning it on is one thing, cutting through white oak is another. Let's see if we do it 2 times in a row. That's impressive. The way technology is advancing with these things, it used to take a device 2 times the size of this to power this table saw and for me to run wood through it. But that just zipped right through this white oak with no problem. If you find yourself in a power outage, your C2000 Gen 2 can easily provide you with electricity to run your refrigerator. Right now, it's only consuming 85 watts and we've got 12.8 hours. The compressor is running. Obviously, the compressor doesn't run the entire time. You can easily get 1 to 2 days and save yourself hundreds of dollars in lost food. So if you're looking for the latest and greatest mobile battery bank to give you a disconnected off-grid power solution, check out the C2000 Gen 2. I'll put a link down in the description of where you can buy one. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.